Premier, and getting right into the game. We already have a big round coming up with Braun actually going down first. It's just a full boot for Big Chillin down mid. One person in Graveyard gonna immediately go down. That's gonna be Carson. 2-on-4 already. Wrath and Curry trying to make their way up towards shorts. It's a tall task. Not much util, of course. It's the pistol round. Well, I'll save the formalities for just a little bit, but let's keep talking about this round. Because again, good post plant setup for Big Chillin. It's as dangerous as you can get, as it is essentially no players looking over towards the arch area. They all have their focus over towards shorts. So many crosshairs on this one lineup. Curry gonna go down after just holding W. We're at the last person remaining on 1v3, and that's going to be that. So let's talk a little bit, right? Let's talk. Guys, how are you guys doing? I mean, first of all, hi. My name is Upminds, and it's a big season because, first of all, didn't ever think I would say this, but welcome Big Chillin to Esea Premier. I mean, that's all I gotta say, right? Save the formalities for later. I still have a whole lot of analysis in a sense to actually go through. A lot of history with these two teams. The cores being of, oh my lord. Okay. I was about to say the cores of Incognito and both Rebirth from last season, but what a shot early on coming in from Redshi. Might as well just shut my mouth, right? We're still going. It's gonna be a 4-on-3 on site. Actually, double CT, especially when the util starts to come in. There could be a boost, and indeed there is, but that's a good early nade. Good usage of it. Again, just assuming that there might be someone actually watching over towards that angle. Indeed, there wasn't, but there were still two players running around to go off of a swing. So that's a little bit of damage from the, at least from the nade. Two-man crossfire, however. In they go on site. Curry from up top. Well, there you go. Curry from up top. Gonna be able to take down one. One in sandwich. That's Wrath. Goes down immediately after. Still now a 3-on-4. Curry up front, trying to find something through the smoke as the bomb goes down. Right in front of Coffins. Still nothing, though. It's a full rotation from Rebirth, and it looks like it's the same thing as the last round. They all want to focus their efforts into one spot. Interestingly enough, they ended up force buying into this round, but it is what it is. 3 players in the back of sights, all rifles, no util, just a whole lot of fun. Exotic around the corner. Oh my lord, Exotic! No, it's Micro now in a 1v3. Gonna be able to get himself too! Redshi has no time, but could definitely get this exit. Micro is pretty much done for. Yeah, he's done. Look at the amount of damage done to the economy of Big Chillin. But even then, they're still going to be fine going forward with really Rebirth having to rebuild more than anything. Like I was saying before, these two teams, cores of what were some lineups last season. Big Chillin, only really one change being made to the Incognito lineup. It's actually Viz not in the roster. I would have expected Viz to be on the lineup like Big Chillin, but onto a lot of big things in his career. Thankfully. Still Premier is big, right? But Icy joining the squad, it's a massive opportunity for the man, and even then, Rebirth. I mean, what a surprise with their roster going into this season. Curry getting added? Are you kidding me? Curry, you're telling me the player that left Triumph at what would be like heading right into their prime, if not their prime, the guy who left for Collegiate is now playing Premier with Rebirth. I mean, that's mind-boggling more than anything, but it is what it is, folks. Braun, little bit of a cracked option to say the least. Jumping in front of middle, really just trying to get anything done with that Mac 10. Can't be too hard to actually do so, but indeed they did. Exotic, 3 players actually on this crossfire, getting themselves some damage in. 1 kill goes back. Frosty down to 2 HP. There's 1 person heading into banana. Minus around the corner. It's actually a 2-man swing. And it's more than efficient. Exotic, now the last person remaining in a 1v4. He's vibing. Nobody spotted him. Ah, indeed they did maybe. I see he goes back for it. 3-0 Big Chillin. Rebirth will be able to get their cash back. How's everyone doing, by the way? I haven't checked chat in a while, but I would like to bet a whole lot of you are either A, here just to watch some fine CS to open up the season. Either that, fans of individual players from Rebirth, and I would like to bet that a good decent chunk of you guys are from, or at least fans of the Boston scene or the Big Chillin team in general. I mean, man. No bias. No bias. Although I am wearing Big Chillin merch. Gotta keep things unbiased for the broadcast. But I never thought I'd say this, right? Big Chillin. Premier. Whether we're talking about the other iteration of the league, the MDL. Almost seemed so few and far between, but here they are. 1 minute left in the round. Big Chillin. Really just empty pressure throughout mid. A little bit of util, but a fast rotate spot over towards Arches as it actually opened up a 4-man hold of the A side for the squad. And in goes Wrath. Gonna be able to get one. Not exactly a second, but a whole lot of damage onto Minus. Good hold from Rebirth thus far. And they still have 2 men on site to actually hold things back. Molly into pit. They could be watching out for the wide swing. Exotic on site could get exposed, and indeed he does. Carson, now the last one remaining over towards site. Takes down Minus, but doesn't take down Frosty. A 1v1 in the end, and that's Curry with a W for Rebirth. So good one-to-one trades, but even then, the economy of Rebirth is down in the dumps. Only able to save up 1 gun from the last round, and that, of course, was the AWP. Well, Big Chillin moving into this round with, I guess you could say, a lot of options. Tricky options, even. With just about 3K to 4K in the bank for most of their players, it would almost seem like a coin flip, whether they would actually go for a full buy or a half. But this is a decent setup. With this half buy, they could still buy up way more than they would actually expect out of this run. Not only that, but with the pistols, they would still probably actually be able to get the same damage as they would anticipate just without the bomb plant. Give me a second here, folks. Wanted to thank C-Dubs, actually. Oh, man. C-Dubs, thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate you, big man. That's my guy right there. Curry, what's poppin'? Couple of heads, that's what's poppin'. Jeez. Gonna be able to get himself one, but not more than that. Wrath was there for the trade back, but he ended up getting flashed out and has to go on back. So instead, Rebirth restricted to the 4-on-4, which isn't exactly what they anticipated, but hello, Retchy. What a position for him, but Minus is actually doing his due diligence to actually clear things out, and indeed, actually does at least catch one in terms of a contact. Micro with a Tech 9, up close and personal. Gets the frag back, but it's a double back for Big Chillin. In comes Exotic. Nice shot on the first, to say the least. Like a clay pigeon picked out of the air, but Icy actually shows the shadow, but he jumps right into the same angle, and they're going to be able to get the bomb plant. Unbelievably, Big Chillin. They actually have more cash than they anticipated out of this round. Potentially another kill, but Exotic is just cracked. Gets himself another Wrath, rushes on sight. And that's going to be the kill onto Icy. Rebirth, they get themselves a second, but at what cost? Again, their economy is still getting restricted a little bit more. And Big Chillin, they might be rolling in it. This half is looking more contested than we anticipated. Shoutouts to the boys in chat. Shoutouts to Flippy, Yanji, Mello, Cullen, Chops, Herc, Aphotic, Jinja. Literally, all the boys are here. Up close and personal. It's going to be Braun with at least one. No way he gets his second. Such a predictable spot on top of logs, but it's also a little bit decent of an off angle. And I say that was unexpected, but both expected, purely because that smoke went a little bit too deep. It was just a little bit better placed by Rebirth. They would have actually had a lot more confidence actually going into that. But they didn't. So instead now it's going to be Big Chillin with a 2-man advantage going forward. Rebirth, they actually have to aim to hold down one site in a little bit of a disjointed fashion. So instead, they choose out the B site for the 2, and Wrath up front gonna be able to get himself 1. What a trade back from Carson. That's a Kobe and a half, RIP Mamba. Right from up top, hitting the roof of the map. And somehow trading out. Two-on-3 scenario, just about 30 seconds remaining in the round. What's up, Retchy? Again, and yet another tricky spot with an MP9. Could get himself a second. Good trade back from Icy, but a whole lot of damage being done. Carson snaking his way in, but Braun in a beautiful position. So that's the round. Rebirth. Yeah, they're going to go into a half-buy here. Wrath, Carson, Exotic. Either they want to kind of balance out the economy and actually go for a full buy here, considering the fact that they might actually go to a little bit of a double eco. But with Curry and Retchy being down at about 2K, their options are incredibly limited. Carson and Exotic, they're going to have a tough time at actually dropping Retchy or really getting him anything into this round. And indeed they won't. Retchy takes things into his own hands. And he buys up an MP9. While Carson has himself the rifle. Easy pieces. So that's just a pause. Waiting for things to really balance out in terms of economy. That's the count gone by. Another big round for really both of these teams. It's hard a reset scenario for Big Chillin and Rebirth, and what a way to start it off. Heavy mid pressure coming in for both Retchy and Exotic. Exotic needs a frag out of this to really make it worth it, and they still have Wrath watching the 6 of his teammate, but Minus is here. He pretty much escapes right when Wrath. Oh my god, I can't speak. Right when Wrath. Huh. That's a weird one. When Wrath looks away. 4v3. Oh, man. 2 players for Rebirth. Back over towards the A site, but more importantly, it's Curry being essentially the solo B lane player, playing up with a CZ. So this is almost exactly what Retchy has been doing for the past couple of rounds, shutting down rotations relatively early in a good off-angle position. But this time, it's over towards the B site, and Curry only has a CZ. So, awkward, to say the least. But Big Chillin walking into the jaws of the beast. As both Carson and Wrath still have rifles, still have M4s, essentially ready and raring to go. 35 seconds left. Players are still chilling. Smoke actually goes down over towards Pit, but it's really not going to get all too much. Again, Frosty being that first contact, it makes absolute sense. Down to 13 HP. He doesn't exactly have a lot of trade potential, but he has a lot of potential to get traded himself. And there you go, he does. But now it's a 2-on-2 with Carson in a beautiful position. Spray down for Braun, he needed that one. But Curry, look at the rotation. Such a pivotal time, good heads up play. Clears out mid before Big Chillin can even go out towards apartments. And he was there at the perfect time in short to shut down the bounce from Braun. And just like that, Big Chillin. They drop a huge round. They're going to go down to the eco, and this is a bonus round for Rebirth. Ooh, deep nade. That's gonna catch Wrath. Down to 67 HP. Nade damage has been prevalent thus far this game, but things could get a little bit more spicy, especially when Rebirth actually do have rounds where they can really fully buy. We haven't seen any opportunities of the sort for them yet. mean, really every round that they get some semblance of economy. We haven't seen a full buy yet, purely because Big Chillin shut it down within really 2 rounds. But this is gonna stink. Minus just dropping on through, holding W. Nothing else that the man can do. Frosty K takes one back with a P250, still Exotic in the back lines. He does have the bomb on him. If he gets this kill onto Exotic, might be an opportunity for the bomb plant, but the rotation has come in pretty strong, and that's gonna be the round done and dusted. 2 kills. Still pretty good for damage. To the wallets of Rebirth, that is, but it's gonna take a whole lot more than that. Shoutouts to some more boys in the chat. Shoutouts to Pietro. How are you doing? C-Dubs, thank you for the host a little bit early on. Appreciate you very much, big man. Kenzie was popping. Lowrider was popping. Xen, Elk, DDL. Just the guys. It's just the guys being dudes, isn't it? Double eco, folks, by the way. Some more pistols for Big Chillin to keep things at around the 2K range. Two, 3 splits between the B and A sites, and actually Rebirth playing this a little bit more interestingly. It's an efficient crossfire with one playing anti-flash with one watching apps. Could definitely work out, but Big Chillin isn't going A. At least with that wide swing, would a kill from Micro, but there's still a whole lot more work to do. Wrath in the back lines, trying to catch up as many players as possible, just trying to hold the line. But Big Chillin holding W and waiting for the right time to strike. Well, they get the bomb down. That's a whole lot more than anticipated from this round. But, hey, there's still more of a chance, isn't it? Double rifle still in the back of sights. Armor still prevalent. Braun is actually on the front lines. And he has himself a dig. What a molly, by the way. Clearing out Dark. Putting out both Frosty K and Minus. The nade is going to catch Minus. And Carson cleans it up. What a retake from Rebirth. And it was one nade to do it. Molly catches them off. They all have to run. That's a 5th round for Rebirth. So not only do they restrict the economic damage, but they just survive a massive bullet. Sheesh. Those were the Deegs. Gotta stay optimistic. Because now Big Chillin, this is what they've been waiting for realistically the last 3 rounds. They've got themselves a decent buy. Whole lot of util. Frosty K, oh my, 44 HP just based off of the nades. Curry, how does he escape that spray down? Making his way in. This guy's nuts. Walks on through, no issues. That's an iron will and a half. And that's gonna be a golden round. Big Chillin now down to a 1v3. And Curry back to old form. Icy 1v3. Curry looking for a triple. The hat trick might as well be fully his. A little bit off kilter on the angle. Icy would have to go absolutely insane to actually predict this spot, but Curry wide open. Expect the unexpected. Rebirth 6-4. Shoutouts to more folks for dropping in. Welcome Phantom, welcome George. What's poppin', George? Hostin' John. I see this is your first time on stream. I appreciate you coming on by. Not too much to talk about, folks. Yet another eco. But I say that right. It's ironic. Because Big Chillin, they've already proved themselves worthy of the eco rounds. They've already taken 2. Quite the distance. Curry in another weird position. Boosted up on half wall, and he gets exposed. Icy needs help. Great flashes, though. Great util usage to actually make their way on. And again, I have to bite my words. Again, my trigger discipline in terms of vocabulary isn't exactly the best today. Because Rebirth, they've been exposed 3 times already in terms of early round setups against ecos. The retakes have been beautiful thus far, but even then, Big Chillin with a massive opportunity. Reggie clean through the smoke. I mean, a little spam here and there. Takes down Frosty K to 27 HP, but yet another massive flash is gonna actually lead to Braun going nuts with a Tech 9. Okay. I mean, I knew Braun was nuts, but you can't be doing it to him like that. Wonderfully done. Big Chillin Eco. Rebirth. The man of many nicknames. Braun himself, I mean, he's been in limbo for the past few seasons in terms of lineups. Whether it be personal issues or just team issues in general. This is really a massive opportunity for Braun. I mean, last season was too. Found a very solid lineup with Incognito. Took it really as far as they could go, considering that team too was a little bit of a mix. Very glad to see really all of these players finding a stable home, or what might look like a stable home. Who knows what might happen going forward, but with this being the first week, getting a win onto this very impressive Rebirth team, a team that I would really tout to have heavy opportunities to make it deep into playoffs. Big Chillin could get a win here, especially in a BO3. I mean, how will that set the momentum for the rest of the season? Rebirth going into this round. Hard force buy in a sense. It's so scattered. It's a petri dish of rifles and sidearms. Really a singular sidearm. We got everything. Wrath around the corner. Has the FAMAS. Gonna be able to actually take down one. Nobody clears the default angle. But even then, look at this position from Retchi. But he only has a max 7. Still can do some decent damage. While the rest of Rebirth still on their way back. Frosty K was looking out for a couple of rotations. But then again, it's almost expected that Big Chillin now just have attention throughout the entire map. Frosty K, he's been a very effective lurker for the past few seasons. And he does it again. This time Exotic on a boosted position on top of Moto. Or at least on top of the Moto smoke. Can't get anything done. Retchi now still looking out for a couple of players to potentially exit on. Spots out Frosty K. Frosty K just chasing down a couple of frags. And running into the interaction is actually both Frosty K and Retchi. Three players survive. Their HP low, but their economy is high. Because now Rebirth, off of that force buy, they really have not much to really purchase. I mean, they were really looking for something all in, but they had 2 hero rifles going into the round. And they ended up saving it up. So that's still very efficient. They can still play around them. Did that chicken just pop out of nowhere? That was weird. Carson and Exotic. They have them, they'll use them. Can I get a vibe check on Flippy Bits in chat, please? New round, a new day for Rebirth, and this time it's a little bit different of an approach. Triple shorts. And one over towards Arches. Carson, actually. Emerges from that short position, makes his way a boiler, and there you go. Massive kill from Balk. Exotic looking over. Retchi even snagging a kill with a USP. This is just a systemic breakdown for Big Chillin. Rebirth. Putting up... What? Oh, I was trying to be serious. What was that? What just happened? Everything's breaking. Okay. Let's be serious. Rebirth. What a win, right, guys? What a dub. So let's move on. Big Chillin, they have almost exactly the same buy from the last round. I would like to think that it's no issues, but it's still very pertinent. Curry takes down Frosty K, zooming up towards Banana again. I mean, Curry just loves to hold W, but it's very opportune. His timing is impeccable, and he does it again. Wrath, how on earth does he get his kill, man? How on earth? Still gets it back onto minus, and not only that, but Exotic cleans it up with a double kill. Over towards mid with the AWP. Quality stuff. That's Rebirth winning the half for now. With Big Chillin stuck in the back foot. Again, back over towards that round. Big Chillin, they tried to play, I'm not going to say a default, but it more or less was. It was just broken down really early. Rebirth, cheeky peeks once again, and honestly, really disjointed positions. Stacks where you shouldn't exactly have stacks. And it just works. Big Chillin. They get discombobulated, they get confused. They just get fragged up before they even notice it. So in this case, it's just Big Chillin down on their lonesome, just getting exposed round after round, just like Rebirth was against the Ecos. And in this one, early frag from Wrath. Taking down minus, but it still is going to be a Big Chillin take for now over towards B. They don't have much util to really double back either. They really have to commit to this, and it would really be the optional, or really the optimal option. There you go. It's Wrath and Curry sitting up on site, just delaying as much time as possible. Deep smoke, but no noise is being made by Big Chillin. They actually want to emerge from this smoke. Wrath watching the angle, same thing with Curry. Good crossfire. Frosty K tries to make his way through, but no chance. Wrath with a triple, and that's an easy peasy round for Rebirth to end the half. We fix some things. This is the halftime commences, so let's chill out a little bit. How you guys doing? You guys vibing? You guys having a good time? Oh man, I think my options were a little bit effed up too. My config. Again, it's my first time actually commentating like solo CS, a pretty decent amount of time. So hopefully you guys are actually sticking with me, purely because Valorant. This game is fun though. I mean, I've been waiting for this one for a couple of weeks now, and if anything, I actually thought the premiere would actually be happening next week more than anything. Especially because, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys did not know, I will be on the Esea broadcast this Tuesday. We don't exactly know what games we're going to be broadcasting yet, but I'm going to be there for 2 best of 3s and a whole lot of fun times. Pisteron coming up. Curry. Already early on into Banana. Going to be able to take down 2. Still, Icy and Minus holding down sight with really Minus getting the first peek. Icy is here for the crossfire, but how on earth can't he get anything? Oh my. So many players with their back turns towards him. And it's just a little bit of a lapse in judgment. It's Braun and Frosty K. Last 2 players remaining. 2v5 with pistols. Can't exactly do much in terms of exits either. Neither is it really going to matter. So we vibe and wait. Two exits from the Big Chillin side at the end of things, but again, Rebirth. Good, quick control of that B site. Kenzie, appreciate the love. Really, all of you. Much love, boys. C-dubs. Looking good, Sean White. Yeah, my hair is a little bit scraggly today. To that extent, I do actually look like Sean White. When it's on point, I look like Bob Ross, but, you know, we can save that for later. Upgraded pistols, couple of smokes. It's looking like... I mean, if anything, they have enough util to really hold down the front lines. At least very sporadically, but using these smokes more or less in anticipation of a take. I mean, it's really what CT smokes are really all about. It's about making space. It's about trying to restrict the contacts anyways, but... let's see if Big Chillin really know how to time manage. Because they're doing it well. By the time that this smoke dissipates, it's going to be at about, I want to say 30 seconds left. Even then, the ace site could definitely become a target. Not only that, but they only have one smoke to really wait out time. And Rebirth really isn't one to let go of the W button. But this is great too. Minus is going to use this smoke to his own personal advantage. Use it for a headshot. Micro and Icy still sitting up on the B site. One player has made their way over towards arches, so now things could get exposed insanely quickly. Icy on the front line is going to go down, still minus on site with a P250, and that's that. Shut down. So minus and Frosty K. 2v3. That's a Mac 10 and a Deeg. And again, like I mentioned, exits would probably be their main goal. How on earth? Exotic just makes it look easy, right? How does that happen? It's still minus. I'm getting some decent damage done, but through the smoke. Minus goes down 6-11 towards Rebirth. It's still going to be yet another pistol round. Half buy for them because Big Chillin, again, they tried to really restrict the damage onto their economy. And it really does lead up for really the long game in a sense, because only spending about 1k on the half buy or off the force still very much is efficient. I mean, you get better util going forward. On the rounds that you really need it, you can really spread it apart. So instead of buying your full set of util one round, you can really just buy the bare essentials 2 rounds in a row. Still be able to buy potentially an upgraded pistol into the next. Not only that, but more potential for upgraded firepower going into the round after. So like I mentioned, it's a long game. It lasts about 3 rounds to really play the way that Big Chillin is doing in terms of their economy. But minus holding that trigger to the very end. Still has another opportunity over towards mid though, but he's gone and out of there. Watch out for this B site though. Exotic has a headshot position up. Icy can't get anything done. He's just stuck. Smoke goes down. The spray will most likely go through, but he's still alive. Actually, Emerge is left. It's just a game of chicken. Oh, man, just trying to run away. Can't get anything done. Minus 1v4 actually takes down a player on site after emerging from the smoke. But it's 12-6. Looking through stats and ADR, Exotic at the top at 22. ADR on the half, if I'm not mistaken. I think it only compensates for the half. I don't know if it resets. But Exotic thus far, it's been easy peasy for him at 236 ADR. Again, it's been mostly against Eco. And of course, that's not for the entire game, but still fairly decent. But in terms of stats, Exotic and Curry, both hard fragging. Curry now at 14. This could really be it. Big Chillin, they absolutely need this round. Rebirth after this, they would get a bonus back to make it about a 14-6, making it almost insurmountable. Big Chillin, they get a man advantage after the interaction in mid. Icy, the solo man on B. That's a deep smoke for someone that can't exactly make space. Exotic has the jump, and now they just walk on by. And Util does nothing, and now Icy has to depend on his rifle, and his rifle only. That's a swift take, but Rebirth had it easy for him. Icy and Frosty K down to just about 30 HP. And not only that, but none of these players are going to go over towards Banana. Exotic's just waiting up for those picks. Low util for Big Chillin, but it's just efficient enough for them to make their way on. Deep molly for minus over towards New Box. Again, still nothing. None of these are hitting. All these flashes, they're just whizzing on by. And Carson with a 1-2 combo gets himself to Braun now. 2v1 against Exotic. They need to go for the defuse ASAP. That smoke might dissipate. Indeed it does. And Braun gets the kill. The defuse will not go down. It's pure chaos on sight. That smoke that was there from the beginning dissipates at the most inopportune time. I mean, the smoke was there from the beginning. It was replaced. An Exotic tries to make his way through. He delays enough time after Big Chillin. Take up most of sight. It was within milliseconds, folks. What on earth? Braun cheeky peek. Is a solo man. Oh, wait. What? Micro? Braun was 50 HP, now he's down to 36 HP, thanks to Micro. All is good, I would like to assume. That's just the dynamic of the AWP. You put it on the man with the lower HP anyways, so just forcing out the situation. Micro tries to go huge, but it's Icy that might go bigger. What a spot from Icy, but Wrath gets the wide peak anyways. Yeah, that's a really good take. I mean, just or at least good coordination. It wasn't just at least 2-2 setup. Good flash over towards the backside that covers up most of the players over towards CT that could just bang out a couple of bullets through the smoke. But not only that, but they actually had the first contact go right over towards Grill. That's right under the smoke and wouldn't actually be in the line of sight for the person on top of Pot. So instead, the players after they go for the wide swing, and that's just going to be the round, isn't it? Braun and Frosty K, last two players remaining, going to be able to save, and Rebirth with a 14th round. As we head into the 21st round. Big welcome to Last. What's up, Karamina? What's up, Droid? Welcome on in, guys. Big round coming up. You actually do have a buyback for Big Chillin. Braun, he's had this AWP for the past 3 rounds, and he's really not looking to stop. He's literally going for the same peak if it wasn't smoked off, but this position for Micro, so cheeky, and Braun is still going for it. Deep spot onto Exotic. Exotic jumps away, so we can't exactly do much. Over onto the other side of the map, Retchy. Still lurking in apartments. He would have been here for a couple of rotation frags if that take had actually worked out for a Rebirth. I can't call it a take either, just a little bit of a default, but some damage being done by Frosty K through the smoke. Rebirth with a whole lot of control. At least over towards that mid area. I say control, but it's more options. Icy going for a shoulder peek, and Wrath exposes it. 2 players on site. This could get rough. Minus. Big pit. Might have actually sputtered out the person making his way out Moto, but he can't re-peek now. Exotic with his head out. Not only that, but a person up in Graveyard. Frosty K just trying to hide behind the smoke. Minus, how is he not alive? Minus, how does he get that kill? Still waiting out for Exotic. He gets himself another. What a hold. 14-7, Big Chillin. Still with a chance, but it's a long shot at that. 7 rounds separate these two teams. And again, folks, this is a best of 3. I mean, what a time to be alive. Esea Premier moving over from the MDL formats of just best of 1s throughout the entire season. And the season lasting about, I would like to say, 4 months. Instead, now it's a whole lot less time and, boy, it's a whole lot more games. Braun with a great start once again. Again, it's replicated from what happened just 2 rounds ago, but he succeeds off that first take. Frosty K. Decent spot, and Retchie would have actually had to really wide swing for that one, but he was more than ready for it. 4v4. As Rebirth is actually split up, but they actually go for a fake Moto Smoke. Moto Smoke doesn't hit. Instead, now it's going to be 2 players over in Banana at almost the perfect time. Not only that, but the Molly. It doesn't go really as deep as they would have anticipated, but it still hits in the right spot, I would like to say. With Rebirth actually having to waste a smoke on that one. Micro waiting for his opportunity. That's a huge flash, but Retchie, he's still alive over in blue, and he goes down. 1v3. Wrath around the corner. Micro with a wide swing. Can't get anything done. Wrath, he can extend this lead and really shut down the economy of Big Chillin. He can snag this one out. Big spray, but minus. He held it down 8-14. We haven't seen this all half. Rebirth. Forced to buy pistols. And not buy, actually. They're not upgrading really at all other than Retchie, who's on that front line. And Micro's having a fun time, isn't he? Make it a 4th, make it a 5th. Micro. I'm sorry. Make it a 4th, actually. Sorry. Icy got the first contact. I thought Micro just got an ace there, but still stat padding. That was the bonus round. A little bit of a debate. Apologies, folks. But, yes, Micro holding down the line with an M4 on armorless opponents. So this one's a whole lot more important. Oh. The double molly would have actually been big if Rebirth really made their way through, but a couple of bullets actually through the smoke. There's a lot of team damage. Carson down to 60. Curry down to 49. That's a dry one, to say the least. As Carson gets the wide swing. And the frag. Curry still has a MAC-10 in his hands. I'd be surprised if he's really that first contact, but in we go. Still a 2-man crossfire over on site. Indeed, he is. Curry gets all the information in the world. Spots one backside, spots one pit. The pitman goes down. Minus is going to have a tough time holding this one down, and Carson just jumping on top. And now it's Icy. Makes his way through smoke and almost disappears on back, but Micro. What an opportunity to restrict things to the 1v1. But now just has to bide his time. Makes his way on top. Exotic pops the head. And this one surely is theirs. Exotic. Barely a swing, and Rebirth have their 15th. And map point coming up. The early setup for Big Chillin, it's almost exactly the same thing, except for the fact that Braun has actually abandoned his B duties. I'm to watch the cross from second mid, see if anyone from Rebirth actually wanted to go for that peek. This is massive for Micro. Waits for Curry to essentially walk into that gap, and that's an early frag for Big Chillin. So I don't know what's going on, but a Bison in the hands of Retchie, I guess. He goes down as he goes for more of an info play in arches and gets nothing out of it. Goes down and Braun still has full free real estate of the spot. Rebirth with just about 55 seconds left. More or less split up. Still 2 men. Right around the A site, but with a one-way smoke from Wrath, that's just enough for him to walk out and essentially isolate an interaction over in Balk. Might have dropped a little bit too low, but it is what it is. 25 seconds left. A site is looking like the target. And indeed it is. In comes the util. Still have double smokes. Big flash coming in that actually flashes out Minus. Minus needs this. Somehow Frosty K goes down. Now a 3-on-3. Minus! Can't get a second. Still a 2-on-2. These last 2 players down to incredibly low HP. Single digits only. But the bomb does go down with barely enough time on the clock. Micro and Icy. They dry peek out. Carson with a couple of taps. 2 HP still. Can take a body shot, but he's still alive. Micro goes down to Exotic. The low HP legend. The glass cannons. Will they survive and they win the map for Rebirth? Well, how about that one, folks? How about that one? So that's map number 1 done and dusted. I mean, was it expected? Especially from the tempo that we actually saw from the first half, I don't exactly think so. But Rebirth, this new lineup, it's just cracked, isn't it? It is just cracked. I have nothing really else to say. I still have to fix up a couple of things throughout the break, so we're going to take a little moment to chill. Thank you guys so much for watching thus far. If you guys want to support me and really what else I do in my casting career, follow me on Twitter and follow me here on Twitch. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with map number 2 for the debut of Esea Premier between Big Chillin and Rebirth. We'll be right back.